Hey everybody, this is Pat from Dungeoneer Cartoons, and I just got a couple requests from people asking how I do my cartoons and to show you guys how I use Flash and how I do animation, and that was my phone. And I'm just going to show you guys just a quick, super tiny micro tutorial on how I do mouth poses and how I do lip syncing. I'm hoping to make another video soon going into super in depth on how I do my stuff. And but I just wanted to do like a quick thing, just to do like a test run, see how well I can do it, see what the reactions are and stuff. But first thing is as a disclaimer, I am not a professional with Flash by any means. I'm not a professional animation by any means. So the way I do things might not be the fastest or efficient or look the best, but it's just the way that I do it and just the way that I've taught myself how to do it, just by watching other people. So this is just my style, I guess you can call it, and how I do mouth poses, how I make it look like the cartoon characters are actually talking. So here's Gibbets from Dungeon Friends. This is a clip from the this is a clip from the third episode, which hasn't come out yet. So let's take a look. Are you sure if you're going the right way? Okay, so that's what he says. I already went ahead and made all the frames for the mouth poses. This is what everything looks like all together. Are you sure if you're going the right way? It's a little bit off because I kind of did it a little hasty, and I also did it 24 frames per second instead of 25 frames per second. But I'm just going to break it down for you guys and just show you quickly how I do it. So we're going to just zoom in. This is Gibbets from Dungeon Friends, Gibbets the Wizard. He's got a German accent, or a really shitty German accent, however you want to look at it, and he makes different mouth poses for different words. So he says they instead of way, so we would make a different mouth pose for that, and I'll show you as we go along. So here's kind of a closer look. Are you sure if you're going the right way? Okay, so as you can see down here, and also, I'm not going to go super in depth with Flash right now. I'm just going to assume that whoever's watching this knows a basic amount of Flash. So here's the keyframes. I'll turn off the onion skinning. Here's the keyframes of when his mouth moves. And as you can see, they're not all lined up perfectly. They're all at different times, based on how long the word is, how many syllables the word is. So what I do is I like to make one layer for just the keyframes, the characters, the mouth poses, everything I put on one layer. And then on another layer, I put the sound. So the sound is always on its own layer. The voices are always on their own layer. So what I do is I go through and I stop and start. And basically just make one new keyframe where I think the mouth pose is going to change. So we start off right away with the first one, R. So he makes this open mouth gesture. The next one is U. So you could break R into two different mouth poses. But since he says it so fast and fluently, he kind of just goes, "Are you?" Like it's kind of one word because he says it so fast and because of his accent. So I just go from one mouth pose straight to "you," so it makes kind of a open "ooh" sound. And then the next part is "sure," which I make the "sh." I make kind of a "sh" mouth pose. Sure. That's probably not the right mouth pose for I'll have to work on that a little bit more, but basically every time that I feel the mouth is going to make a different shape for the word, I do a new keyframe and I draw a new mouth pose. Now, in my next video, I'm going to go more into depth on mouth poses, the types that I use, but I'll just show you like a quick thing. So I'll always draw a new mouth. So we'll say this is the mouth. Say we're gonna make a th sound for the. We're gonna go th. So I'll draw the tongue almost vertical, and right in front of the teeth. So it kind of looks like the. For S's and E's, I'll draw the same type of mouth, but I'll draw a line halfway through, a little bit more than halfway through, and that's the closed teeth look. For F sounds or V sounds, like F or V, it's going to be the top of the mouth kind of curved downward at the end, and we're just going to draw the teeth, the top teeth, coming across. Now, to give it the illusion that he's kind of like biting his lip to say V or F, we kind of draw these little curls. Give it the illusion that he's putting emphasis into the word. You can go online, go to Google, and just type in like cartoon mouth poses. That will show you a chart or a diagram of how different sounds should look when the character's mouth makes them. Or you can just look in a mirror. You can look at yourself as you do these mouth poses and kind of just mimic that into the cartoon. I just have like a few basic mouth poses that I use, but for the style and for the skill that I have right now, that's kind of just all I do, is just very basic mouth poses, and it looks fine to me. I'll get better at it as I go along, but this is just a basic video for you guys to check out and look into kind of how I do stuff and how it looks when it's actually in Flash, and see what the frames look like and all that stuff. That looks funny. But so this is just a quick video. The next video is going to be a lot longer. I'm going to go way more into depth and try to teach you guys everything I know. But this is just like a test run video, so hopefully you enjoyed it and got something out of it at least. Alright, see you guys later.